So today I've decided that I'm going to be speaking about the start of my health journey. I suppose I was really blessed in the way that I was brought up in a really active family. So we would participate in all the different community running events and things like that, which is awesome. And we were always really active with my parents. My parents are both very active. And so us kids, we were really blessed in the way that we were always outdoors doing stuff, which was really nice. So I became a PT, when was it? It would have been 2013, 2014. 5-6 years, I'm not sure, however long ago. And I really got into the exercise thing. And then quickly learnt that obviously nutrition is just as important, if not more important than exercise. So I started really researching into all different ways of eating and things like that. And I quickly became super duper obsessed. So I started just having a really unhealthy relationship with food. Opposite to what you'd normally hear about. So you normally hear about people just eating so much food that they can't stop. Whereas with me, mine was the fact that I was super careful on what foods I did eat. I slowly started cutting out all different types of foods just because a lot of the time, I suppose, they were things that I probably shouldn't have been eating as much anyway. But yeah, it did get to the point where I was even cutting out things like potatoes because I read on some health person's blog that potatoes are bad. So I cut them out. And so I just didn't let myself eat really anything. There wasn't many foods left that I could eat. So I even became completely organic, wouldn't eat gluten, even though I'm not celiac. Wouldn't eat potatoes, wouldn't eat any type of sugar. So I went completely off sugar, even minimized my fruit intake because I didn't like having too much sugar in the fruit either. So I went in a completely unhealthy direction and it felt really fast too. So it got to the point where I would not trust any food that anyone else would make. So all my meals were what I made, and if I was going out for dinner for a friend's birthday or something like that, I literally would not eat. I would go there and would not eat. I would sit there while everyone else is enjoying food, sitting there super duper sad because I couldn't eat it because I didn't trust what oil they used, what salt they used, if they snuck in sugar. There was all these things on my mind and I would not eat something that someone else cooked. So as you can probably tell, it really had an effect on all the different aspects of my health. I did become super fit, so at the same time I was really, really into running and I used to run a lot. And now that I look back at photos, I was like, wow, I really did look pretty slim back then. But at the time, obviously I didn't think so, and I thought I wanted to be slimmer and healthier. But yeah, it quickly affected my social health. So obviously couldn't go and eat food with friends, and that's a big part of today's culture is eating food with friends. So the fact that I couldn't do that, obviously that impacted my health. My mental health just went downhill because I was always sad because I just couldn't eat the foods that I enjoyed. Every time it came to mealtime, I'd be like, I don't even want to eat this. Give me something nice. It was really, really bad. And now that I think of it, I don't even know how I got out of that mind frame. I really think that I believe in God, and I really feel like He must have stepped in somehow and just helped turn it around because I was going down in a deep hole the way I was living my life. But yeah, praise God that I got out of that. I started incorporating back the foods into my diet that I'd cut out. So I started letting myself eat some treats every now and then. Just live a balanced life. So that's just what I'm aiming for now. Just feeding my body all the food that it really needs, all the good food that it needs, and then allowing myself to eat food that my body may not need, but it's really good for my emotional health and social health as well. So next week I think I'm going to talk about my appearance and things like that, but I used to really struggle with my parents and I didn't really like. There's so many different things about my body that I didn't like. So yeah, so next week I'll discuss that and just how I came to love my body, love what it does. This is my version of bircher muesli, and it's super easy, and you can actually change up any of the ingredients you like to suit your taste buds and what flavours you like. It is that easy. So we've got our base of the bircher muesli is oats, is some form of plant-based milk, and some form of plant-based yogurt. So for today I'm using a soy milk, but you can use almond milk, rice milk, literally whatever you like. Then I've also got a coconut yogurt. So sometimes I'll use my soy yogurt that I put in my recipe last week. But this is just a nudie coconut yogurt. It's really nice in this. I don't find it too overpowering in bircher muesli just because there's so many other flavours in there, which is cool. So what we're going to do, so for per serving, the ratio that I usually use is half a cup of oats, half a cup of plant-based milk, and a quarter of a cup of plant-based yogurt. So I'm actually going to make 4 servings at once here, just to last me for the rest of the week. So I'm going to do 4 times those servings, so it's going to be 2 cups of oats, 2 cups of soy milk, and 1 full cup of the coconut yogurt. So that's what I'm going to firstly add in my bowl. I can't say that word properly. Everyone actually laughs at me all the time because I can't say the difference between the bowl that you bounce and the bowl that you make things in. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet now. So put it into this round shaped thing here. So we've got 2 cups of oats. Then I'm going to chuck in 2 cups of my soy milk. I'm literally like the messiest cooker ever, but the way I see it, as long as things taste nice, that's the main thing. And this recipe is just super easy. You can't get it wrong. Like, I literally never really count things properly or measure things correctly, and it still always works out. So we've got the coconut yogurt. I'm just going to chuck in a whole cup of that. Whole cup, chuck her in. So that, remember, this is going to be 4 servings, so 4 of my breakfast. Sometimes I'm weird and I'll have lunch for breakfast, and I might have this for lunch, but that's me. So just going to mix all that in. I usually make this the night before I'm going to end up eating it, so if I wanted it tomorrow morning, I would make it tonight. Just because then it sets and makes it nice and creamy overnight, which is good. And the oats soak up some of the mixture too, so it gets a bit thicker than what you can see in this bowl right here. So we've got a mixture there, 4 servings of that. Then this is where the fun starts. So I usually add in some form of sweetener. My favourite is coconut nectar, but you can literally use any sweetener you like. So you can use pure maple syrup, rice malt syrup, coconut nectar, any of those sort of things. And to 4 servings, I put in 2 tablespoons, but everyone has different taste preferences, especially when it comes to sweet things. So literally just have a bit of a taste once you've mixed it all in, just to see whether it's sweet enough for you. So I usually find if I'm just making 1 serving, half a tablespoon of sweetener is enough. But again, you can add whatever you like. I'm also going to be adding in a sprinkle of cinnamon, which adds in a tiny bit more sweetness as well. So I don't add much of this, just don't like the too overpowering flavour. Alrighties. What else I'm going to add is some mixed seeds. So here I have some pumpkin seeds and some, why can I not remember the name? Sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds right here. So I'm just going to again add 2 tablespoons of this. So I usually add half a tablespoon or so per serving. But again, it's up to you. I just like a little bit of a crunch. But they do soften up a little bit as well. I will also add some chia seeds just because they're so good for you. Again, so I just add in a sprinkle. You can, this recipe is so easy. You do not have to follow my measurements. Just as long as you follow the main ingredients like the ratio of the oats, milk and yogurt, then you can literally just add in whatever else you like. It will thicken up nicely. I'm also today going to add in a grated apple. I just find this gives it a little bit more sweetness without adding much more sweetener into it. I'm just going when I'm editing this, I might try and work out if I can like skip past this grating stage. But if not, you're going to be seeing this, so hi. I'm not very good with video cameras or anything technology related actually. Alright, so just grate as much of that apple as you can off there. Then chuck her in. I've got a green apple, you can literally use any colour. As I said, you're free to use whatever ingredients you like in this. So that's all the ingredients that I'm going to be using today. So we've got, in 4 servings worth, I've got 2 cups of oats, 2 cups of milk, 1 cup of yogurt. I've got a couple of tablespoons of mixed seeds, sprinkle of cinnamon, sprinkle of chia seeds, a couple of tablespoons of a liquid sweetener. And then you literally, all you do is you just cover this and you sit it in the fridge overnight, and it will get even thicker than it is now. And it's super creamy because it's got that yogurt in there. If you do want to leave that out, you can, but it is a little bit more watery then. I just love that creamy texture. So I actually have one that I prepared earlier just to show you how creamy you can get. So I'm just going to serve up how I usually serve this up. So here it is here. See how it's gone really thick? And I only made that a few hours ago and it's already gone this thick and creamy. So this, I made 2 servings in this. So I'm just going to empty it out into 2 bowls. Awesome. And then comes the topping. So you can literally top this with whatever you like. I prefer a bit of fresh fruit of some sort. I love bananas. So I've actually got a banana cut up here, which I will just top these with. Super easy, super healthy breakfast. It's something that you can change up for each member of the family as well with the toppings. You can get kids involved, they can put their own toppings on there. It's cool. And I've also got some frozen strawberries that I've defrosted, so I'll just pour them in and around. I like them pretty juicy, which is nice. Sometimes I might add like a little bit of peanut butter or something on there just because I'm literally obsessed with peanut butter. But I may as well add another small sprinkle of chia seeds on the top. And there we have it. Delicious, nutritious bircher muesli. Okay, so this week's workout is a really quick core workout. Our first exercise is 10 sit-ups with a medicine ball, and you're going to throw the ball against the wall at the top of each sit-up. Our second exercise is also with a medicine ball, and it's called straight leg jackknives. So you meet your arms and your feet meet together at the top, doing a nice crunch. Our third and final core exercise is a Russian twist, also with the medicine ball. Try and keep your feet off the floor if you can, but if you need to have your heels slightly on the floor, that is fine. Make sure your body is in that V shape and you're just moving the medicine ball side to side. You're going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and you're going to repeat these exercises as many times as you can in 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!